Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're starting something new. We have got some viewer games that are sent in to us by a hunter by the name of Steady Death, and we are going to analyze them, maybe give him some tips on how to improve his gameplay a little bit. If you want me to look at your games, just contact me through YouTube in the comments down below, or maybe Discord. Make sure that if you like this video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel. There's loads to come. We're going to do an add-ons guide, a 9.1 BM and survival guide, all that kind of stuff. Number 3 is also as you can see here, Zorns, that's me. I've started playing Feral just to be able to kind of coach some of you guys on Hunter, because I don't like calling it coaching, because people just boost people and call it coaching. But I'm actually shit at Feral myself, so that makes perfect sense, right? Getting up there together with the team is always nice. And yeah, playing Feral has really shown me a lot about how to play Hunter as well, weirdly enough, because it shows, as the Feral, from the Feral POV, what I like that Hunters do. Like, I can't speak anymore, but you guys know what I mean. Let's just jump straight into this game and see what's going on. So straight off, you focus the healer, that's good. We get a stun, that's way too quickly. That's fine though. So the stun is over, and we still don't have CC on the healer. So that's a communication error. Plus, your mouse over went on the on the hunter. That happens, man. You use a mouse over macro, get Gladius, and you can just use your mouse over macro on Gladius right there. So you show CC here, that's good. We have a focus frame here. Yeah. So let's just go through that one more time, that opener. So if you want to open that quickly and get a go before their hunter gets close to our healer to trap, like if you want to be the first, that's fine. When the gates open, just turn around, disengage for the speed buff. But you also get Stampeding Roar from the Feral, so it should be fine if you just go through the middle here, and as soon as you come around the corner, you could have stunned the healer, right? And even if you did it right now, you stun the healer, at least there still would be 2 seconds of stun on him. So that's fine though. You turn your back against a warrior, like you should kite like this in a circular motion, always facing the target you're killing, so you can keep pressing your globals, damaging him, while you have CC on the healer. So that's 2 things we already can improve on. We do manage to get the trap. We get trapped by the hunter. That's great. Like, that's a complete waste from him. Our healer should run over there for the trap right now, because there's no way he has his trap, right? He just trapped you. And I'm pretty sure I can't see any of their cooldowns. It doesn't look like I see an Omni bar or anything. You kind of want to make sure you get his cooldowns, because then it would be easy to see if you can just freely run over there to get the Fear, our priest, or that he maybe have a Stormbolt or whatever to peel. Because this is their go, but they don't have CC on our healer, and that's great. So here the parry happens. We get a bash on the healer. Because the parry, we just want to pressure the healer a bit. That's a mistake on my part. That's a Feral mistake. Like, we should save bash to set up one of your traps. But on the parry, just start hitting the healer or the hunter just to keep up the damage, right? There's no reason to hit into parry on a warrior. The barb shot stacks are going to drop. Do you have... Yeah, you have it off cooldown. But I think you decide to press kill shot proc instead of barb shot, because you still have one here. See? So yeah, always prioritize keeping up your barb shot stacks. Is that a little one? Or does it just not... No, now it's on true cooldown. So yeah, you could have kept that up. So from here, parry drops. I can't see DRs, and that makes it a little bit hard to say. For example, he's on 30% here. He doesn't have parry, but he does have trinket. But you should purge this divine favor, right? If you purge that divine favor, you also have kick. He just gets healed to full, so I don't think... I can't see if he was on off DR for anything. We could have sustained that CC chain, but that's fine. Here it's just pressure, pressure, pressure. Never go that close to a warrior, because if you just press sweeping strikes and gets like a 18k condemn on both of you, that's really bad for the long game. Right here, we get the trap. That's good. This guy is going low again. So yeah, he presses ignore pain. He'll be fine for a little bit. But then I can't see his debuffs as well. Like, I can't see if he rallied. I see ignore pain here. Maybe rally will show up as well. But as you can see, we didn't purge the divine favor earlier. So we can't kick this holy light. And he just gets healed to full. I haven't seen you kick anything, and there's no mind game. So keep an eye on that. Because you can always prioritize just kicking the healer. So right now he's at 20% health. This guy has to use something. So he sacks him, and you can kick him again. Wait, you just kicked something. But what? I think you counter shot the warrior or the hunter here. Probably just a bad press on a macro. So you press your wrong macro or something, but keep an eye on that. That would have been huge. Even just hitting into the sack to pressure him more while he's kicked, or even switching over your pets to damage him. Barb shots are down again while we had a stack, so keep an eye on that. So right here, he's cleaving. He's trying to pressure you because you're going for a trap. It's a good thing you landed that. He trinkets that. Now you're low because you came too close to the warrior and he can just blow you up. Keep in mind as well, this team is really undergeared. Like, we're really undergeared for Arena right now. I think at the start of the game, you were 202. Right here again, you could have kept up the barb shot. You kite behind the pillar, you walk into a trap that was already there, and the healer is here somewhere, so he can't get you. But if you would have spammed barb shot, you would have kept up the stacks. And there as well, he gets feared, and that's good, but you don't have trap. You divine favors. Just try to purge it, right? Make a macro tranquilizing shot on focus. And make sure you can see how many magic buffs, excuse me, he has, which you can purge off, because that way, if he only has one, you can just tranquilizing shot, and instantly after that, click your kick, because they travel at the same speed, and you would have kicked him. And even if he has two magic buffs that are dispellable, then you could have taken the chance, right? Let's just see where this goes from here. Barb shot, that's good. Feral seems to be fine for now. You could have kicked that. So you're even on him with your cursor right here and you decide not to kick him. Like, that's something you really need to focus on. We have bash here. You have your trap. Oh wait, you actually threw your trap there? Yeah, so you missed your trap like that while we had bash. So you need to communicate with the feral and ask for a bash if you otherwise end up missing. Like, it would have been fine if you just disengaged over to the healer right on top of him, because he doesn't have sack anymore. He doesn't have anything to stop you from trapping him. And right now, like, look at the way you position your character while you go for a trap. You face the healer when you try to trap. Look how obvious this is. So for a priest, it would be easy to death. It's really easy to miss like this. And there's really not much. And you're not hitting the warrior while this is happening. Like, that's about 3 globals you're missing just by facing the Holy Paladin while going for a trap. Like, position your camera like this, and you could still disengage. I'm pointing at my screen, but you guys can't see that. You could have just positioned your screen like you do here, disengage backwards into the room, trap him, and all that time keep hitting the warrior. Anyway, let's see, what do we have? I thorns the feral thorns the priest, which is dumb. That's a misclick for sure. You get trapped again. Like, they should never get any pressure because they keep trapping you instead of the healer, and I don't get why they're doing that, but it's low CR. So anyway, let's see here. So we get a stun into trap. Look how long there's still left on the stun before you trap. Okay, so this is what you have to keep in mind. There's a couple of reasons why you want to quickly trap sometimes from the stun. But as you can see, here the warrior reflects. But the Holy Paladin doesn't have the reflect, right? So you stun the Paladin, and there's not much they can do to peel you. The only thing they could do to peel you from getting the trap is intervening. If they play that reflect. But I don't think this guy does, because he hasn't tried to do it once this game. So look, there's 4 seconds left on the stun. 3 here. I don't know what the disparity is, but you land the trap. So that's 2 seconds plus 8 instead of 5 seconds plus 8. So that's 10 seconds of CC compared to 13 seconds. Keep that in mind. Like, there was no reason. He couldn't reflect that if he wanted to, because one, he's not playing the double reflect legendary, which could reflect your trap, but he's also not playing Overwatch. So the only thing they could have done is stack on top. And I feel like even when people stack, it's not too hard to land the trap. Because, for example, let's say you want to trap the... Let's say the hunter was the healer here, and you see that the hunter is a little bit more to the right. You just angle your trap to the right, and it will get the hunter every single time. Same goes with the healer. So, right here, he's trying to stack up, but you should be fine getting the trap anyway. Okay, so we get him really low. We have fear, so the priest should have just, right now from here, acknowledge, there's a trap, just walking close to the pillar and get the trap like that. Get the fear like that, because I think he has it. Still no fear. Okay. So our trap is almost back up, and we still haven't used the fear. So I feel like a lot of the CC is just left on cooldown for a long time, and that's bad. Like, in jungle, you want to get goes as quickly as you can, because every time you do a go, you're going to get someone's defensive cooldowns or trinket or whatever, and it just increases the time you have to kill someone where they have nothing left. You're a bit close to the warrior here. Okay, so here we get the fear on the healer. And there's like, if he had sack and the warrior was in trouble, he would have been able to get that off. So right here, there, like, you could have kicked this even from before this. Like, you're here in the middle of the map for a long time, not pressuring the healer. As a hunter, the most annoying thing you can do is just, especially against the Holy Paladin, is just make sure to be close to him all the time, like really close. But try to stay in line with your healer as much as you can, because if he hodges you behind a pillar, that's like brutal. But on the other hand, that leaves him with only a 3-second stun from Stormbolt to actually get a kill with. So I don't know if it's actually that big a deal, but like right here, he starts casting something. Just kick this, turn your camera like where you're facing your back towards him, then jump, disengage, you're right on top of him, and you can instantly land that trap when it comes off cooldown. Because I can't see his cooldowns right now, but I don't think Sack is back up now. But what actually happens is he gets the cast off. Like, he's 80%, 65, 54, 40, and then he just gets healed to full while we had a kick available. And then he gets another one before we get the fear. And then from the fear, Like, I bash because I see CC, but he gets an opportunity to heal in between. That is really hard. And then he bubbles. And now for next trap, he will have Trinket again. See what I mean? Like, trap is on cooldown, or missed traps just means that you have less pressure. So, as a 3's team of jungle, you just need to be in communication with your teammates and make sure that every time you have trap available and the healer is not on DR, you get it out there as quickly as possible. And I feel like that shouldn't be too much of a problem when they are on the feral, because feral can feral lunge. It's not called feral lunge, but they can wild charge towards the healer to get the stun. And that's something I need to improve on this feral a lot, is using the bash to set up traps for the hunter, and then the healer needs to make sure to get a fear out of every single one of those, because it feels like now they have Trinket again. Your trap has been off cooldown here for about 7 seconds already, where we just were. As you can see. And they're stacking up, so I get it. Also, the priest keeps stunning the priest keeps stunning the healer, and that DRs your stun. You should just be stunning the hunter, just to be annoying. He can use that to defend himself against traps. Also, you can feign death this route and get over there for the trap. So now your stun is DR'd because of the priest, and you do manage to land the trap. He's going to instantly trinket that, exactly. We do have a couple seconds of Berserk. They overlap the Trinket and the parry. Like, they keep overlapping lots of cooldowns, and I feel like we should... Oh, the Feral's dead. Okay, what happened there? Okay, so the Feral's kiting like this, and the healer should have just stayed there or gone this way. Because if the Feral kites like this, like behind the pillar and that way, you would have lined their healer, not lined your own healer. But the priest doesn't realize it. Okay. That's fine. And then just get slapped by Condemn. It's really hard living against warriors anyway. But yeah, I feel like you managed to try and keep up Barb Shot, which is really good. You notice that trapping is really important in 3s, I feel like. Sometimes you leave it on cooldown too long and you kind of missed your CC a couple times. But I feel like that can be fixed with practice. So all in all, it's not too bad. Just make sure to land your CC a little bit quicker. And don't go too close to the to the DPS. For example, if we go back a bit. Yeah, so right here. If you're standing here and the warrior is there and I'm there. Like, if you see me walking towards you, he can just get a double fear right now on this fear. Look, if the warrior was good, this is the start of a CC chain, right? What he would have done, charge to me, walk a little bit backwards. So he charges to me. He could have gotten a double fear here, I'm sure, if he was attentive to it. Easy. Yeah, right now. Get a double fear. You see the priest's moving into your healer, so he's probably going to fear. Just get a double fear on the DPS. You wouldn't be able to get a trap out of the fear. And he wouldn't have been stunned right here. So the warrior could have just shut down the go like that. You always want to think about stuff like that, where you're too close to the enemy DPS, so it's really easy for them to peel you. I feel like the thorns keeps showing up here, but so does bugs. Okay, so this is bugged. This UI shit is bugged, which kind of sucks. You kind of need to fix this, because it says you are using Fade. The priest is using bark skin or iron bark. Now you're in a hodge. Like, you're in a hodge, which you're not. So that's probably our healer. Yeah. So a couple things about your UI. Just make sure you can see people's cooldowns and stuff. Helps a lot. Omnibar is a great add-on for it, or nameplate cooldowns is what I use. I use both actually, so I have more opportunity to see it while I'm playing. I can see it in 2 different spots. And then make sure to see magic buffs on someone so you know when to dispel what. But yeah, like, I could go on for hours, but this is just video 1. A little bit of an explanation here. So we are going to follow steady. for a little bit longer. So as you can see, we lose this game. Let's just see. This one is at 1550, right? Which, considering you're 202, isn't even that bad. Like, I know that sounds weird, but this season, around 1550, people are fucking insane this season. I don't know what's going on. Like, people actually know what they're doing. You can see people at 1550 setting up stuns for their mage. Like, if you look at rogues and whatever. I think Absturge or who was it? Big Max had some people in their videos where you're like, okay, so this guy's actually setting up kills. That's amazing at 1500. So people are getting better, that's for sure. It's a lot different from 5 years ago. But yeah, anyway, we're going to follow him up the ladder. So we're going to do, this is a 1500 game. We'll have 1600, 1700, even 1800 games. Kind of want to see how far we can go. I don't want to put too much time into Feral, but you guys can send in 1800, 1900 games, and we can just make this kind of a series that moves up gradually in rating, so that we can see what changes, right? Because the enemy team was trapping you, not even our healer. Yeah, kind of terrible. They had a little bit more gear, but not even that much. So I feel like we should have been able to get a couple kills here, kill a couple times. So yeah, I hope this helps anyone, and if it does, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. I'm always up for helping people, so if you want to play some threes or whatever, or you just have some questions, hit me up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Eddy, out.